Hi, my name's Sarah and my eating disorder is called Anna.
Hi, I'm Rachel and my eating disorder is called Ursula.
We're going to talk about a bit about personification because one thing that we do know that we've got in common in our suffering from an eating disorder and in recovery from an eating disorder and post-recovery from eating disorder is personification. It's a sore subject with some people, isn't it?
Yeah. Some people don't think that you should personify eating disorder. I'm not really sure the reasons behind it.
I think some people might think that it's like if you give it a name and a personality that you want it to be your friend and that you know it's yours, and a lot of people think that you should like not think of an eating disorder as yours or like my eating disorder or as your friend or I don't know, as somebody that you want to be close to, but we've both said that it helps us give it something physical that we can fight, and I think that's why personification has worked for quite a few people. I know a few people actually in recovery that have used it, but I also know people that really, really dislike it. And Anna is mine, and it's a bit obvious. Yours is a bit more creative than mine. I'm actually like maybe Anna and Ursula should like go off and be friends, but they should do, shouldn't they?
Yeah.
But you know,
the enemy but alone.
Yeah, and I think as long as you don't use your eating disorder and go, oh, I didn't have breakfast, it, you know, Anna's fault, and that's how it is. You've got to use it as a personification, like go, you know, not for blame, for responsibility.
Yeah.
So it'll make you take responsibility for your own recovery. So I can't say, oh, it's Anna's fault, that's why I didn't do it. It's like, you know, if Anna's telling me to do something, you've got to go, well, I ain't going to do that because that's destructive. I think it's always remembering that personification of that person is a destructive person. And for me, we were talking about how we imagined that person to be, and for me, Anna is like, well, my words to Rachel were bitchy Barbie, and that's all I imagine, like this girl, like Mean Girls, think Mean Girls, and think that person that's always there, like you can imagine it like Gina watching George. You, yeah, exactly, like just stood there going, you know, everything you do is just like, why doing that? Or, you know, everything you eat, why are you eating that? Or, you know, you're not wearing that, or, you know, things like that. I think that's how I imagine that person, or just standing there. And I've written a poem actually that I will share called Spotlight, which is like me being on stage, you know, dancing or being on the gymnastics floor or, you know, whatever I'm doing, like watching me just, you know, on the side. And every time you do something or turn around, so you get a glimpse and there's just someone giving you evil, like that look, that piercing look that people have, or some people may have, that I imagine. If, you know, if you're a bully, that the way that the bully looks at you, like you're nothing, like you're worthless. That's the way that I see my eating disorder. And you know what? If people say that personification makes you friends with your eating disorder, that ain't going to make you friends with them. Do you know what I mean? But it was someone that I've always wanted to try and impress. I always thought I had to be like that, or that, you know. Oh, it makes me angry thinking about it. But about you, what?
Yeah, in the beginning I probably called anorexia Anna, but then I decided that was too nice a name for what an evil, manipulative and destructive an eating disorder was. So I decided to call mine Ursula, because it's kind of like the story of The Little Mermaid. If you don't know about it, then you should go and watch it. That's what we doing when you were a kid. Yeah. So like Ursula in The Little Mermaid is kind of like an evil witch under the sea with long tentacles. So I like to think that she like rooted her tentacles in my brain. So yeah, she persuades Ariel, the mermaid. I'm not saying I'm a mermaid, but she was like takes away her voice, and that's what my eating disorder did to me. She took away my voice and my identity until there was none of me left. I didn't know who I was. I felt like the only thing that I was good at was anorexia. It was the only thing I had to say was mine, I suppose, in a way. But yeah, calling her Ursula makes her more evil and an actual person to fight against. Even though I know she's part of me, she really needs to, like, so I suppose I was trying to take my voice back and that's probably why I've only just recently started actually writing things about my time with anorexia and making videos, because now I've got my voice back and she can't tell me what I can and can't do.
I think that's a really good way of saying it. And just even when, like we were saying about learning from each other, and I think listening to Rachel talk then, it's so true that it takes away your voice. And it's like so my poem that I wrote about, one of the closest ones to my heart about my recovery, is about the spotlight thing, and about how, you know, it was my thought that, you know, life should be my stage to dance. Like, you know, my life is my way to show my life off. And this person was like stealing my spotlight all the time and took that away from me, and that convinced me that I wasn't good enough to live my life without this person being my duet. And, you know, the same kind of thing, isn't it? Yeah. It's just like but it takes over everything. So, you know, you say to her, well, you can join me on this stage once, and that isn't going to happen, because as soon as you invite someone that's poisonous into your life, then they're going to keep coming back until they've completely taken over your life. And so it's like a wannabe friend, isn't it? It's like one of those people that wants to be like you. And you can imagine like a stalker friend, like a really weird friend, like just latching onto every single part of you and controlling every single part of your life. And like some people say, like Ed, like an abusive husband. And I know my therapist talks to me quite a lot about, you know, about the same, you know, abusive relationships and eating disorders, and how you've got to see it as an abusive relationship that, you know, you're addicted to or whatever, and you need to get out of it. It's the same. I've never seen it as like, I see it as a girl because I can take it out on, I don't know. Some people see it as like a husband, or some people see it as a friend, or, you know, a controlling parent, or whatever. Just somebody that takes away, I think you said it beautifully, like takes away your voice, like until there's nothing left and you can't speak about it. And that's why I think personification is good, because it allows you to go, when you're not confident to talk about yourself, as in Sarah thinks this, Sarah thinks that, I think you can just know that even when you can't say it's your own voice confidently, that I think you can differentiate between someone else's destructive voice. I don't know, like before you get to that stage. I mean, I'm getting to that stage now where I can say I think this, and Sarah wants that, and Sarah wants a massive fat bar of chocolate, and I want loads of ice cream, you know. And I think it's getting to that where you can say, but and I know that Anna's in the episode, I think I know what I mean.
Yeah, you can see what you like and what you want without your eating disorder saying that, you know, whether you are, that's bad, or you can't do that. It's about saying, but I can do that because I'm me.
And that's what I like.
Yeah, that's what I like. It's not, I like this, just because Ursula doesn't like it, doesn't mean that's the way it's got to go.
I think it's a good way when you personify as well to show how that person comes in and out of different parts of your life, because it isn't just food, and we know that eating disorders aren't just food. So it's like, I know that Anna isn't just there at meal times. Like, Anna can be there when I'm trying clothes, or Anna can be there when I'm with friends and I'm, you know, and I'm comparing myself, or Anna can be there when I'm at work and I haven't done something well enough. And it's that person. And like Ursula, you said about like getting your tentacles on every part of your life, like it's not just food, and that's what makes eating disorders so complex and so complicated. And well, you know, people like Rachel Wicked for beating them and how you all will, but like, you know, it's about, and I don't know, it's just physical. It just makes it make sense. I think it's so nonsensical, and there's so many stupid things about eating disorders, and so many things that don't make sense about eating disorders, that having something physical there helps you kind of put up a fight. Like, literally, and when I say pow, like I am literally punching this woman in the face. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying I'm a violent person, but every time we joke about, you know, pow.
I think you allowed violence against you eating disorders.
Yeah, I think that's given, isn't it? So, you know, when we say pow, like every time I say it, so every time I tweet pow, know that I'm just like slapping Regina around the face. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, she's not like just saying pow for the sake of it. It's just literally giving them a slap across the face.
It is, and you know, and that's what that means. That's what eating disorders need. They need you to put up a fight against them. But I think for me, and I know Jenny Schaefer, I read her books early on in my recovery, and she talks about Ed and stuff, and I think it just makes it make sense. I think I've always needed to understand stuff, and this gives me something physical to like understand and get my head around, because it's so, it confuses me. Like, people say to me, oh, eating disorders are so confusing. Like, well, how do you think I feel? It's all going on here. I think as long as
it is confusing.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes I'm like, well, why are you doing that for? I don't believe the hell am I supposed to do? How do I do it? Like,
stupid,
I don't understand it.
But, you know, that's where, like, Ursula and Anna are not intelligent, to be honest. But, like, you just...
No, they can both go off to a desert island somewhere and not come back.
BFFs, they can go off or ship them off. But, like, I think one thing I would say is with... Laters. One thing I would say with personification is that you can't use it as blame. You can't go and, like, oh, well, Anna made me do it and whatever. You need to take responsibility and not blame. because it is still you, and as long as you remember it's you. I think my mum was really concerned that I was getting all sorts of illnesses because I was saying that, you know, Anna, and talking about, you know, some people it doesn't make sense, like my family, it doesn't make sense to them about personification, but if it works for me, and like my therapists, luckily for me, work in the same kind of way, so they'll be like, think seriously, have you made that choice, or has Anna made that choice? And I think that's worked. I think if you've got a therapist that doesn't like personification, and you start talking about Anna, Ed, Ursula, or whatever, they're going to go, yeah, and get you away from that. But my team, I don't know, they've worked with me on that.
Yeah, I got told, well, not told, I got asked early on in my therapy at the adult unit to draw what I thought anorexia looked like, so I had something to fight.
It does, it has that physical fight. It's so like, because it's a mental illness, like, it's nothing, it's not, you can't see something, you can't see, I mean, such a touch subject, but you can't see the devastation anorexia is called, and I do believe that you can't see, when you're in that illness, you can't see what it's doing to you, you can't see how your body's changing, you can't see habits, you think you're fine a lot of the time, and I think, I don't know, yeah, you've got to have something physical, so fine. So basically draw a picture or print a picture of like something you really don't like and aim it at that and be angry and be slap him in the face or whatever, or stab him in the tentacles, I don't know, like whatever it takes, just direct it somewhere. And I think, but if it doesn't work for you, it doesn't work for you. It doesn't mean that you're not going to recover if you can't personify, because some people won't ever personify.
Because we all recover in different ways. Different things help some people that don't help others. And that's just because we're all individual. If you think about that, it was all different reasons why we've all, you know, developed an eating disorder. There's going to be different ways that we can recover from an eating disorder.
I think I think you just need to make sure that it's what works for you. And like we said, if it's Ursula, if it's Ed, or if it's Anna, like, do it. Just use that and direct it, and make sure that it's your voice, and make sure you do get your voice back. Because in the day, Little Mermaid, she gets her voice back. Yeah. She fights it, she wins, and that's why this girl wins, so it worked for her. And I will win Bitch Barbie. She won't, you know, I'll snap her.
Yeah, just take her leg off.
Yeah, just pull her out, cut her hair off.
Yeah, cut her hair.
Do it. Snap her off. I mean, I might get, actually, there you go, I might actually buy a Barbie and do that to it.
Yeah, you should.
I want it. Right, tomorrow we're going shopping.
Yeah.
Actual personification.
Actual personification, and then we're going to beat them up.
And set fire to it. Right, now I'm getting a bit too violent. That's a whole night. Anger management.
Quite
but
therapeutic. Like, the other week I tweeted that I'd eventually shredded everything that I had that reminds me of my ex-boyfriend. Photos, everything, the lot. It all went down the shredder. It was very therapeutic. It was like, bye. It felt like I was just erasing them out of my life.
So good, and I think I did a similar thing, not in the same way, but like, got all the photos I took of food from when I was really ill, and photos, you know, to check that I was having the right portion sizes, and I just went, delete. No backups, nothing, just deleted them, got rid of everything, just thought, it's the same with clothes. I chucked out loads of clothes recently from when I was really ill, like, that I never ever want to fit in, and chucked them out, and you don't need them, and you don't need to be reminded, and even it's tops, even that still fit me, that remind me of certain points in my illness, I just think, you know, why would I want to wear that? It's like...
Yeah, no, I'm like that.
It's like wearing a wedding ring or an engagement ring for something, you know, longer with, like...
Yeah.
Just makes you feel a bit weird if you think about that. So why wear clothes that you weren't well in, or why do things that, I don't know, remind you of illness? Just direct it or get rid of it and chuck it out in the bin with Anna and Ursula, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, send them off to outer space.
Timbuktu.
Yeah. That's where they're going. They can have their own party. We're gonna have
there you go, Islands of Airs. Maybe we should have a team recovery part, like, for you guys, that we can all just send them to. So I think you should comment under this video and let us know A, what you eat disorder is cool, and B, where you send them. And tell you what, we'll pay for the flights. As long as you get rid of them, like, we'll pay, okay?
Maybe not that far.
Yeah, maybe not.
I'm not made of money.
Sorry, we sent on that. We've gone shopping instead.
But don't get, let's send them away. They can go off and be with themselves.
Because that's
we'll send all the horrible exes with them too.
Yeah, it's going
That's a good idea.
Right, this seems to be a big island now, guys.
Yeah, Neptune.
Done. Planet, even better. Right, they're all off. Right, put down below, book them on a flight, they're gone.
See you later. Hasta la vista, baby. I don't know why I'm saying that.
On that note.
On that note, we're just going silly.
Bye.
Bye.